TIFU by making out with a guy who had a GF in front of his GF. First time writing a post, so IDK how to format this, sorry in advance. Also, this story happened over this past weekend. Some context: I am a guy, bisexual, Latino, and in college. I have this one friend. Let's call him Nick. He's straight but not really. He's a spicy straight. Like he says he's straight but makes out with guys from time to time and finds guys attractive and overall acts feminine. Not to say you can't be feminine and straight. He himself says he's basically bi but doesn't want to claim that label since he hasn't had nor wants to have sex with a guy. It's cool, I don't judge him or anything, it's his life, YK. Anyways, me and him met at the beginning of the semester at a party. I drunkenly said he was cute and asked if I could kiss him. So cringe, IK. He said he appreciated it but no, he did not want to kiss me. We exchanged Snapchats and moved on with our lives. Eventually we got to know each other and became friends. However, our friendship isn't very normal. We are essentially boyfriends without the label. We walk each other to classes and get food together. We cuddle and kiss and FaceTime all the time. I have never had an issue with the fact that there isn't a label on our relationship because I like it. Like, labels always seem kinda icky to me. And I feel like if I were to ask him to define our relationship, it could go bad and I'd rather enjoy this little mini relationship, YK. Now to the main story. Over the past month he has expressed that he's kind of into a new girl. Let's call her Emma. I was a bit taken aback but ultimately didn't care because I know that we aren't in a relationship like that. Nick's brought Emma up from time to time and has introduced me to her occasionally when they're on FaceTime and I am nearby. This past Thursday he sat me down to talk about everything. Nick said that he has enjoyed our little relationship but that he is going to make it official with Emma and that we need to cut back on everything we do. Meaning not as much contact and definitely no more cuddles or kissing. I understood and agreed. And as his last thing to add, he said that Emma was going to be coming to town the following day, Friday, and was going to be spending the entire weekend with him. He then also invited me to pregame with them and go out partying with them. This put me in a weird position, which I explained but in the end agreed. Fast forward to Saturday. We pregamed and went out to a frat house to party. Me and Emma actually got along very well. She's also Latino and we both speak Spanish, so we bonded on that. Everything was going great. Fast forwarding past a lot of shots and bad dancing. I tell Nick I am going outside for some air and he goes with me. Emma goes to the bathroom and says she'll meet us outside. It's a bit weird but there's a couch outside off to the side. Me and Nick sit outside on said couch and are just talking and having fun. IDK what triggered it, but I look at him and he looks at me and we just go at it. Very passionate and very intense kissing. I ended up getting on top of him. Like I put my knees on either side of his thighs. IDK if that makes sense. As we are doing this, Emma walks outside to see it all. Nick notices and pushes me off. Emma runs off and Nick follows her. I'm just left there in a drunken stupor. I call it quits shortly after and go home. I wake up Sunday morning with texts from Nick yelling at me for kissing him and why would I do that? And a whole bunch of incoherent anger. Emma has blocked me for obvious reasons. Nick isn't responding and the couple times he did were hostile. IDK what's gonna happen? It's been 3 days basically and I haven't been able to get a response. TL. Dry made out with a friend who I have history with in front of his new GF. He blundered and lost his queen. Tale as old as time. Two people are attracted to each other. They break up but still want to be friends. One of them gets a new partner. And after a whole bunch of shots, the sexual tension gets too much and now they're both eating each other's faces. to the dismay of the poor third person who didn't know what she was in for. Both of you deserve it for being drunk horndogs. I literally can't understand how the same old cliché keeps happening over and over again. And how people won't learn from others' mistakes. What's funny is that there's only one capital letter in your whole post and it's for Nick. Nick's foo as much as it is yours. There is nothing weird about a couch outside a frat house. I'm pretty sure the minimum requirement is 2 per house. And the F up was his as well. It's easier to be mad at you than at himself. I'm finding that's like 75% of Reddit. But it's still true. I'm having war flashbacks to my college days. Hopefully this teaches you the lesson, don't kiss straight boys. If he says he's straight but wants to kiss you, a man, he's not worth your time. You'll find a guy who actually wants to be with you. Don't worry. He's gay, but doesn't want to be. Probably due to social pressure. My Latino BF says that in their culture being gay is far from well accepted still. Nick probably needs some years to accept it completely. Maybe you can help him by talking about it. Not your FU. It's more a foo of society and him than yours. Poor girl though. Sounds like you've fallen for someone with one foot in and the other foot out of the closet. I think if your friend could make up their mind about whether they are gay, bi or not, it would save you a lot of heartache. You sound like a really nice person, easygoing etc. And your friend sounds okay too. You both kinda feed up a bit. But these things happen. I think behind your friend's anger is a bunch of frustration about their unresolved feelings. Firstly, and what happened secondly. I hope you two work it out. But know this. If you lose this friend, it is not your fault. At least not in the humble opinion of this one Redditor. I am inclined to understand your friend and the position they are in more than I care to discuss on Reddit. But I may or may not have been similar to them at some point too. Yeah, situationship sucks. So he's blaming you for something he willingly participated in? Typical. To be fair, Nick sounds kind of dumb. How can you cut things off with your not boyfriend right before making it official with a whole other person? I don't think he was mindful or kind towards Emma's feelings at all even before you kissed. Also, he could have deadass just not kiss you lol. Damn, I feel so bad for Emma. Also, this guy clearly isn't a healthy person to be in any kind of relationship with. It's awesome that y'all have good chemistry and stuff. But I hope you can find someone who is more sure of themselves and isn't willing to put both their partners in awkward, both socially and morally situations. And then blame you for it instead of taking accountability. It took 2 to tango. And instead he blamed you. He wants the best of both worlds it seems. Which would be fine if he were just transparent about it to everyone involved and went about it in a healthy manner. I hope you realize you deserve better. And especially so does Emma.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.